What? Wow.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you these Brook Wingman converters. Basically they let you use any controller on whatever console that you want to use it on. Like, so this one is the Brook Wingman Lite is what it's called, I'm pretty sure. Let me just see. Yeah, the Wingman Lite. So this is for Switch and Switch 2. And then over here I have the Brook Wingman FGC2. So this is for PS5. So you can use any, controller on that too. And then over here I have the Brook Wingman XP3 that lets you use any controller on, Xbox. So I'll be showing all three probably in today's video, but I'll try and make it quick where I'll set up the, I'll get the Switch ready. I'll do the Switch first, then probably the Xbox and the PlayStation, but I'll set it all up first before I show you so the video isn't too long. But I'll show you probably both. I'll show you, so Switch, I'll show you handheld, and I'll show you in the dock as well for the adapter, and then I'll show you each controller. There is a way for me to be able to have like 3 controllers at once. I might show that, but it takes time to like set it up, so I might not. But if I do, you might see it at the end of the video or something like that. But anyway, let's get into it. Enough talking. Okay guys, so I have the adapter in the Switch, right? So you'll see it's in the dock. There's the adapter, it's flashing, right? So on the adapter there's buttons kind of on the side that let you, with this one it lets you, and the Xbox one, it lets you use Bluetooth basically. But there's also a USB kind of thing here where you can put in a wired controller basically. And I'll be showing you kind of both ways, and I'll be showing you docked mode and also handheld. So at the moment this is the dock, so I'll be showing you now. So you'll see here I have all my controllers. I have the 6-axis PS3 controller, PS5 DualSense, the Xbox Series controller, the PS4 DualShock 4, and then I have the Xbox 360 controller. Now when it comes to the Xbox 360 controller, it's going to work a little bit different, because if you didn't know, the 360 never had Bluetooth. The Bluetooth was only introduced, I think, with the Xbox One. So you'll see down here that I have this thing here. It's a PC kind of Xbox 360 receiver. So yeah, PC wireless gaming receiver. This is a third-party one. I'll have a link in the description for the adapters and that, if you want to pick it up. I did order an official one, but this third-party one will also work. So just, it doesn't really matter. That one, I'll link that one's good, so I'll link it. But yeah, I'll be showing you anyway now. So let's get into it. So first, I'll show you DualSense, because that's like the easiest one. So if you remember from the past video I made, I had these 8-bit adapters. They also work and stuff, but this is the new adapter, which also allows for wired controllers as well. So when you want to pair the controller, you'll see like there's buttons on the side. You just hold them down for a second, start flashing. You get the controller, you hold this, and then you hold the share button and the PlayStation button. The controller will flash, and you'll see the light will stabilize, right? And now if I hold up the controller, you'll see it's controlling the console, right? So that's the DualSense. DualSense is working on the Switch. It works in games, it works in every thing basically, right? So that's the DualSense. I'll just turn it off now for a second, and I'll show you the other controllers. So the next, and you'll see that the light will start flashing again. So I'm going to show you the DualShock 4 now. It'll work Bluetooth, it'll also work wired, but I'm only going to do wired when it's necessary. It will also work if you connect it via, a cable and stuff to, the the front here. So I'll be just doing Bluetooth for these controllers, but it will also work with wired as well, just letting you know. So obviously to pair it, you just hold down the button, the thing will flash, you get the controller, you hold down that at the exact same time. There we go. Now you'll see it should be on. Well, I'll turn it on again. I think the controller might be like low battery. Yeah, I think the controller's battery is really low, so I won't be able. But you'll see, I just moved it there. It does work. But it's just the controller's battery is low, so I can't really use it. But it will work. I'll show you the Xbox Series controller now. I think I have enough battery in that. But yeah, I'm just gonna move my other controllers for a second, guys. So yeah, once again, hold down the button. Then on the Xbox controller, turn it on. Hold down the sync button, start flashing. And then you'll see on both, the light will stabilize, the controller will vibrate a little bit. And you'll see it now controls the Switch, right? And that's in, the docked mode. I do have a PS3 controller. I'll just show you that anyway. So you'll see, guys, now I have the controller connected to the console, or to the, to the like adapter. So yeah, it works, wired as well. So if I turn on the controller, I just went into the game. Oops. Well, yeah, you'll see. If I just exit, you'll see now the 6-axis is working. The PS3 controller. You'll see. I can move around on the console, all that stuff. But yeah, I'll also show the 360 controller now. Okay, guys, so you'll see that I have the PC wireless receiver plugged into the the adapter, and here it is down there, and I have my Xbox 360 controller. So what you have to do is I'll turn on the controller first. It might be synced already, because I think I synced it already, but so if you turn on the controller, yeah, it's already synced to it. Now I should be able to just, okay, so you'll see that the 360 controller now controls the Switch, right? But if you didn't have it synced, all you have to do is on the top of the controller, there's a little sync button. You hold that down and then press the sync button on the receiver. You'll see that will start flashing. Then once the controller gets found, it'll stabilize, and the green light, it'll stay still. And now you'll see that it controls the console and stuff like that. So that's all the controllers I was able to use. That's the Switch in docked mode. I'll quickly show what it looks like in handheld. Then I'll move on to the Xbox and the PlayStation. So now, guys, you'll see that I have my console in the handheld, mode. So if you want to know how to use the, the adapter and the converter and when it's in handheld mode, you will need, if I just get it here, you will need a USB-C to USB, female adapter. You can get these pretty cheap on Amazon, AliExpress, things like that. I'll have a link in the description for you to get one, but yeah, you'll need one of these. So all you need to do is, there's 2 USB-C ports on the Switch 2. For the Switch 1, I think there's one at the bottom, and that's it, I think. Yeah, but for the Switch 2, there's there's the one here at the bottom, and there's the one anyway, at the top. But I might be wrong. It's been a while since I had a Switch 1, so I can't remember. But for the Switch 2, there's one then here, right? So when you want to, I'm just going to use the top one, right? Because I find it the easiest to for space and things like that. So you get the adapter, right? And you plug it in here where the, the thing, you plug it in there, right? And then, that'll be in. You get the adapter. I have the Xbox 360 thing, PC receiver connected to it already, but I'll show you that first. So I'll leave that connected, but I'll be disconnecting it, to show the other ones. But I put this in then. Now you'll see that the light comes up. You'll see it says paired. And yeah, you'll see the light on the receiver is green. So now I have to get my Xbox 360 controller. And I have it paired already, so once I turn it on, it should just automatically, you know, work. So yeah, now you'll see that I'm able to control the Switch 2 with my Xbox 360 controller, you know, so it works. And it'll work in game, you know, you can exit a game, all that type of stuff, you know, it works. So now I'll show you the other controllers. So I'll disconnect this. You'll see the light will start, you know, blinking again, like. To pair a Bluetooth controller, all you need to do is, there's a button here at this side, and there's a button here at this side. So you just have to hold these for a second. You'll see the thing starts like blinking. You get the controller, you hold down the buttons to pair. Controller will kind of flash. You'll see the light will, you know, stabilize, and then the light on the controller will light up and stuff. And now you'll see that, yep, it controls the console. So that's the DualSense. I'm just going to turn off the controller again. I'm going to show you the other controllers. So next I'll just show you the PS3 controller, because I have that next to me. I do use a cable. I'm not sure if you can use it wirelessly, but I don't know. So I'm just going to show you with the cable. So you plug the cable into the converter in, I think, yeah, that's in. So I have that connected now, right? So now if I get the PS3 controller and I turn it on, you will see that it also connects the console, right? So that works, yep. So yeah, that's handheld mode for the Switch. I just couldn't really show the DualShock because it wasn't, you know, charged and stuff. But it would work if I use the cable, but, you know, I have to go and get it, and, you know, there's no point. It will work. So yeah, that's the Switch done. Now I'm going to show you the Xbox, and then I'll show you the PlayStation. So now I'm going to show you guys, you know, with the Xbox, I'm going to show you the converter on the Xbox. So you find the USB port on the Xbox, put the adapter in, right? You'll see the light comes on. If it's not connected, all you have to do is hold down the button on the side, right? And it'll start flashing. Then on the controller, hold down the button here and the PlayStation button. The controller will, you know, flash like that, and you'll see that the light on that is now stabilized. And now you'll see that if I sit down for a second, you'll see that the PlayStation controller works on the Xbox now. So yeah, you can go around on the menu, you can, you know, everything works, you know, and it has really good latency, I'd say. Like, it works really fast, really good. Like, you'll see if I just go, like, it works really well, and it works on all the games. Like, I won't play, but I'll just go into Halo. Like, it works, you know. I can go around in the game, I can control the game with it, all that type of stuff. So yeah, that's the DualSense. If I just exit the game. So now I'll show you the other controllers. You'll see that I can turn off the controller the same way. So if I just do this, you know, I can turn off the controller the same way. So now I'm going to show you the PS3 controller next. So if I get the PS3 controller, and I connect that to the Xbox, just plug this in. That should be enough, yep. You will see. If I just go back here, you'll see, yeah, you'll see that the 6-axis will control the Xbox. So you can do whatever you want, like you can go into games, you can go into apps, whatever you want. The PlayStation button works, you know, all that type of stuff. So yeah, that's that. I'm just going to show you guys the, you know, the Xbox 360 controller next. Okay, to connect the 360 controller, all I have to do is get the wireless PC receiver. Yep. So that's in the console now. The light will be on, and all I have to do is turn on my controller, and now you'll see that it is paired. But if it wasn't paired, all you need to do is press the button, hold the sync button, and it will, it would pair to it then. So now, once that's all connected, you'll see that the Xbox 360 controller works on the Series X. This adapter, I forgot to actually say it, this adapter also works on Xbox One, I'm pretty sure, and obviously, Series S and all of those, consoles as well. It won't work on a 360 and it won't work on the original Xbox and stuff like that. But yeah, this will work on the Xbox One. So yeah, now I can use my 360 controller. So this is cool. So I can play 360 games or any other games with an actual 360 controller. So yeah, it works. I can do whatever. The Xbox button works. Everything works. So yeah, that's the 360 controller. I think I showed you all of the ones for the Xbox. So yeah, that's the Xbox done. Now I'm going to go on to the PlayStation. Okay guys, so I have the FGC2 in the PS5 now, the other, converter. I have a USB-C cable that I'm going to use for my Xbox controller, because if you didn't know, the adapter for PS5, unfortunately, you can't use wireless controllers, with the exception of the PC, receiver, the wireless receiver, because you can connect a 360 controller to that, but you can't actually connect a controller to the adapter itself. So that's the difference between this and the other two. But anyway, you might be able to use one of those PC, Xbox One or whatever adapters. I'm not sure, but if it works, let me know in the comments if you're able to try that. But anyway, all you do is get the the charger. You get the controller, and I just connect it to the controller. 1 second, guys. Controller will rumble, and you'll see the light will start, it'll stay kind of still, and then you'll see the light on that will stay still as well, and then you'll see the controller is controlling my PS5. So I can you'll see that I can control the console with my Xbox controller. So I can even play PS5 games. So let me just press the button. It'll let you play PS5 games. So yeah, you can play PS5 games with these controllers, and this is also useful if you have a DualShock 4. If you didn't know, if you try to play a PS5 game with a DualShock 4, I have one, but I'll probably show it in a minute. But if you try to play a PS5 game with a DualShock 4, normally you'll have an issue saying can't play a PS5 game with a DualShock 4. But using this adapter, it will actually let you. So you can basically get around that restriction, and you can play PS5 games using a PS4 controller. So yeah, that's the Series X controller. I'm going to show you the other controllers now. So I'm quickly going to show you guys what happens if you try to play a PS5 game with just a normal DualShock 4. So I don't have the adapter in the console. The adapter is down here. So I just have the DualShock 4 connected via the the charger. So if you turn on the controller, you'll see that obviously it's not, it's very low, which is something I said a while ago. But anyway, you'll see now, if I go into Fortnite, you see up there it says can't use the DualShock 4 wireless controller to play PS5 games. So you'll see that I can't I can't do anything because it won't work, right? But if I get the adapter, if I just put this into the port on the console, you'll see now, if I get my controller connected to the the converter, so now you'll see if I try to launch a PS5 game, show you. So if I go into let's say Fortnite, obviously it's a PS5 game, so if I try and launch Fortnite, you'll see it doesn't show up on it's not saying I can't play. Basically it's it's gonna let me play, and you'll see, because it hasn't showed up, and you'll see when I'm going into logging in, you'll see, 1 second, you'll see if I press X, You'll see, look, it's going into the game. So yeah, that basically makes it so you can use a DualShock 4 in any PS5 game. So yeah, that's the DualShock 4. I'm going to show you the other controllers now. So yeah, next I'm going to show you 360 controller. I have the, the PC wireless receiver. I have the 360 controller, turn it on. It should be already, yep, it's already synced. So now, show you. You'll see that, yep, the 360 controller works on the PS5. And yeah, I can go into PS5 games if you'll see I'm in Fortnite, right? And I can, go down, up, I can do anything I want. I can go through the menu, I can do all this stuff. So yeah, the 360 controller works on the PS5. And yeah, that's that. Next, I'll show you the 6-axis PS3 controller. So yeah, guys, I have the 6-axis PS3 controller connected to the console, to the adapter. So now you'll see if I turn it on. Well, it's actually already on. Oops, I didn't know that. Anyway, you'll see that, yep, the controller works. The PS3 controller works on the console. So you'll see I'm able to move around the menu. I'm able to go into the game if I just press the button. Yeah, you'll see I'm able to control the, the game and stuff like that, right? So yeah. And of course it works on PS5 games and all that type of stuff. So yeah, that's it, guys. All three consoles and the 3 converters. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll try to help you guys out. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Stop! What? Wow, 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 wow.